married. This happened yesterday in Tennessee with his family and friends with a great party and a great
I'm not proud of you, bro. I'm so disappointed in you, my boy. I'm so disappointed.
wedding. And honestly, Travis, I would love to give you a round of applause. But not everybody is happy, Travis.
Mom, Dad,
Travis Hunter went all in on his wedding day with the end of the night. Travis Hunter married her.
Auntie, Aunt, Grandma, Grandpa. We tried. We tried. We tried. We tried to stop Travis Hunter from marrying her. We tried. As they say, you cannot lead a horse to a lake or pond and have him drink it.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, you dumbass little boy.
If you can look at it from that person's perspective, he feels that Travis Hunter has made a big mistake. And that's one way to look at it. But then there's also a
That is a nice little venue.
different way to look at this.
This is what we're going to do right here. We're going to show some love to Travis Hunter and his wife, now Mrs. Hunter. I'm going to get her first name, forgive me.
Sir, her name is Leanna Lynette.
That man, young man, was raised in a single-parent home. We know his dad was around, but for the most part, his mother moved him to Georgia from Florida to put him in the best position possible to make his dreams come true with football. He becomes the best high school player in the nation. He takes a risk going from Florida State, committing to Jackson State at HBCU in the middle of Mississippi with Deion Sanders. Plays for 2 years or 1 year, and then goes to Colorado with Deion. Has phenomenal years, wins the Heisman, other trophies, stays true, stays faithful to his girlfriend through college, from high school, and then he makes it to the NFL as a top first-round pick.
So here the man is talking about all of the hardships that Travis Hunter had to go through. And he's absolutely right.
Nigga ain't even mentioned the hardship of the internet. One could be one of the toughest. That you gotta look at this nigga and say, regardless of how you feel about this nigga girl or whatever, which it don't matter, but that nigga prevails. That nigga stays true, stays down, and prevails. I can respect that.
His dad wasn't there. His single mom had to take him and his brother from Florida all the way to Georgia. And not only did that have to work out, he also worked out by changing his commitment from Florida State and then enrolling at Jackson State, then going to the University of Colorado. It worked out because he went number 2 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Travis Hunter understands perseverance. He understands that you need to continue going. He understands everything to be a winner and a champion. This is absolutely true. But wait, there's more.
He completes his dream, accomplishes all his goals, all while staying committed to his girlfriend, then becomes a fiance, and then gets married before he takes his first NFL snap. He's kept God first. He's honored his family. He stayed respectful to his coach. His character is high. That is something that we all should be praising.
A good nigga.
What the guy is saying here is that we should salute him. We should give him a round of applause. Like, he stayed faithful during this entire time to his girlfriend. He was faithful. He's done all the right things. We need more men like Travis Hunter. This is an example of the kind of guy we need. And if you really want to talk about it as far as athletics, I can't say if the man is saying this, but we can infer that he's also saying that, hey, this is the kind of young black men that we need in the community. More men who are staying with one woman and doing the right thing, being respectful to everyone involved in the process, especially his woman, his coaches, and being a great guy. Like, if we had more guys like this, the black community would be better, and we need more black men to follow his path, regardless of whatever you've been through. It doesn't give you an excuse that you're from a single mom or you have a broken family. If Travis Hunter can do it, then you can do it.
He's right, you know.
3 months ago, I did an interview with an educator out of Brooklyn, New York, by the name of Dr. Abdullah Musa. The name of that particular collaboration was called Why Young Black Men Are Saying No to HBCUs. Now, that was a different talk, but this man is an educator. He deals with a lot of people that come from these similar broken families that Travis Hunter came from. I mean, he deals with kids that don't have fathers, kids that have drug-addicted parents, all of these things. And so as an educator, he has to make decisions that parents don't like. And he talked about it on a particular video, and I want you to hear what he had to say.
You know, I cannot count how many times I have suspended children, had to have parent conferences, detained students after school, lunch detention, and that child has come back the next day, the next week with brand new Jordans, brand new iPhone, Nike Techs, New Balances, 950s, 574, whatever the number is this week, new hats, new glasses, new everything. And it just never ceased to amaze me because I've had the conversation many times because
And I'm going to tell y'all like this. When I was growing up and I got in trouble in school, there was no getting anything extra than what you need. You feel me? And what you need is a roof over your head, some food in your stomach, and some clothes on your back. No matter if those clothes is name brand or if those clothes is from Goodwill. See, when I was growing up, we couldn't afford fancy clothes and stuff like this. My auntie, she every once in a while she'd be able to spoil me with something nice, but other than that, we was going to Burlington Coat Factory or Goodwill. You feel me? But I was smart enough to figure out how to, you feel me, go for the clothes that I wanted. You feel me? In a different way, like instead of stealing and robbing, I'll go look for a bargain or I'll go look for a website that got them on deal. You feel me? But I wouldn't be able to go buy those clothes if I was being bad in school. I wouldn't be able to go to play sports if I was being bad in school. I wouldn't be able to ask for this, that, and the third if I was being bad in school. You feel me? Like, I used to get on punishments and whoopings. Like, I had the best of both worlds, punishments and whoopings. So it was like, hey, kids nowadays got a sweet, man. Or if you the last child, you got a sweet as hell nowadays, for sure.
very, very direct. I said, you do realize that if you're buying them things when they're supposed to be restricted or punished for negative behavior, you literally have just told them that their behaviors are not only okay, but need to be rewarded.
He says something that a lot of us in the black community often talk about when it comes to what you would consider pookies or ray-rays, and that is whenever they have a problem or they go back to their parents and they're misbehaving, well, the parents don't want to listen to what the educators are saying. This is why you see so many people not...
When did this become a thing? As far as I remember, if I got a write in my agenda book, if my mom called it me embarrassing her.
Come on, spit it out.
If I embarrassed my mother while I was at school, it was over. It was over.
It's over.
It was over. My mom did I had real slave, when I say slavery punishment, that's not the death and not the excessive beating to death. When I say that, long punishment, long hours locked in a room.
That whooping, and you got that punishment too. Like, it was no jokes at all.
Right after a beating, get your ass whooped. My mom wasn't no fucking ruthless mother. No, I had a loving mother that did not play about disrespect. So I got a regular ass whooping like other people did, regular ass whoopings. But what she liked to do is have extended long punishments locked in cage. It was like I was doing prison time. Locked.
You feel me?
After a yard, I didn't get those. It was when did niggas start getting in trouble and then getting rewarded? When did this start happening? I don't know when this started happening.
Yeah, we don't do that.
She hearing them. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, we finna go to this. Hey yo, shout out to Astro Dior though, cause I'll be watching a lot of his own reactions. You feel me? But you can't talk and we be talking at the same time. You feel me? So So I appreciate you on Bro Grade. I would have watched it, but you do talk a lot. And that's good for your videos. So I ain't gonna say, oh man, you need to stop talking. Woo, woo. I don't got no more. We got something downstairs. You wanna get something from downstairs? Want me to go get them? Can you go get them, please?
Yes.
Thank you. So I don't want to just say, oh man, you talk.
I would love to give you
Talk too
a
much.
round of applause.
Nah, bro, you just doing what you do, bro. You just doing what you do.
Suspended children, had to have parent conferences, detention, detained students after school, lunch detention. And that child has come back the next day, the next week with brand new Jordans, brand new iPhone, Nike Techs, new Balances, 950s, 574s, whatever the number is this week, new hats, new glasses, new everything. And it just never ceased to amaze me because I've had the conversation many times because I'm very, very direct. I say,
This look like somebody granddad. Like, they all gone? We got some more. This is somebody granddad. He tried to tell y'all his honest advice and honest opinion because he's seen it through generations. He ain't speaking from just one generation. He's saying generations, like multiple generations. You feel me? This is somebody granddad. This ain't just, but he is just a regular person at the end of the day. Look at his nose, fat nose ass, from the grave.
do realize that if you're buying them things when they're supposed to be restricted or punished for negative behavior, you literally have just told them that their behaviors are not only okay, but need to be rewarded.
He says something that a lot of us in the black community often talk about when it comes to what you would consider pookies or ray-rays, and that is whenever they have a problem or they go back to their parents and they're misbehaving, well, the parents don't want to listen to what the educators are saying. This is why you see so many people not wanting to go into teaching or not wanting to become principals in local schools because the parents don't want to listen to what the educators are saying, and so that behavior goes unnoticed. In other words, I know my kids, you can't tell me anything. And so what ends up happening is these kids come back with like new shoes, new Jordans after being suspended, and then they come back to these same educators that suspended them first time, and obviously the behavior continues. Why? Because you are rewarding bad behavior. And this also happens in relationships. Now,
What's up with all this, gang? What's up with all
if you
that?
guys watch this clip, you're going to see exactly what Travis Hunter did on his wedding day.
He didn't sign a prenup, and I know what he finna unveil, a $200K car. You didn't make this girl sign a prenup, bro. That's where you messed up right there. Like $200K might be the base price. For all this extra stuff, you know he paid probably an extra $50K, extra $75K, pocket watches. We on that time right now. So this $200K turned into really like $300K. You feel me? And you didn't sign a prenup. So when she leave, she get that car, which is hers already. She get your car, and she get your check. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be bad. Bro, a baby gonna come soon, and it's a wrap. It's a full wrap. It's a wrap. It's a full wrap. What up?
If you guys don't know what kind of vehicle this is, it's called a Mercedes-Benz G63 Robust. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I can tell you one thing. It can go anywhere from $500,000 or up.
He said
it can
what?
go anywhere from $500,000 or up. Okay, so what this man did is he
$500K.
bought this lady as a wedding gift a $500,000 vehicle. This is what I believe Dr. Abdullah Musa is talking about with these bad students. You see, these students misbehave, and then the parents reward them with Jordan. Now, in the same case, Travis Hunter rewarded Leanne Lene with all of these things even though he has absolute proof that she was cheating, he has absolute proof that she was doing X, Y, and Z, and he couldn't have known about this before, or maybe he did, but here's what he has done. Regardless, because he knows the information has been brought to him so bad that he deleted his Instagram and she deleted what she was doing. So that definitely means he knows. He has rewarded bad behavior. Now that's what information has been brought. Maybe he did, but here's what he has done. Regardless, because he knows the information has been brought to him so bad that he deleted his Instagram and she deleted what she was doing. So that definitely means he knows. He has rewarded bad behavior. Now let's say, for an example, she did cheat, okay? And he stopped dealing with her for like a year, or like a year and a half. And she kept begging him, come back, and she was showing him that what she did was wrong. And she now respects him. And he did take her back for that mistake. Okay, I could probably understand that a little bit more, because at least you've given some time for separation, and now she may have went out there and got her cheeks topped a little bit more. Who the themselves? And so now she's remorseful for what she did. But in the case of Travis Hunter, you never gave her a punishment for treating you in any kind of negative way. You just kept rewarding her and rewarding her and rewarding her. And then you got married in Tennessee, which is very strategic because it has the most lenient prenuptial agreement laws in the whole country, from what I understand. So basically, like, if anything needs to be null and voided, which I don't know if you even have a prenup, it's the easiest to do it there. You pretty much taught her how to not respect you. And see, this is the problem when it comes to men, when you deal with beautiful women. Like, we gotta understand, just because a woman is like having sex with us or sleeping with us, and you continue to reward that behavior, well, you're teaching them that that's all that they need to do. And if you don't correct it, they're going to continue to deal with that. And eventually they're going to go and try to find somebody who is going to correct that behavior, since you won't. And that's because they're internally going to be seeking respect, or an individual that wants respect, so that they can invest into that relationship. Because now they don't need to invest in you anything, because you'll accept it. And this is what is the problem with Travis Hunter. It would be different if she had, made remorse, or they had broken up, or he got his respect back some way. But he never did that. And so we all can see the writing on the wall. He can't. But we can learn from his mistake. If a woman disrespects you in a way that you feel that's unfavorable, you have to let her go immediately. I don't care what she's giving you. You can't let her go and still clap cheeks. Stop the show. Some of you guys still think that, okay? Once you let a lady go, you have to stop giving her the D. I know some of you dudes will be like, I'm just still clapping her cheeks, though. I'm giving her this D. No, you're still giving her what you want, because that's a part of you, right? You have to let everything go. That includes your money, your time, your attention, and your PP. All of that must go, all right? That's what must happen. If you don't do that, it doesn't matter. However, most men are too silly to do that, and then you end up just still clapping her cheeks. And yes, but that's not a payment for respect. Get your respect, gentlemen. Don't be like Travis Hunter. What's the use of working hard all of your life, rewarding somebody who was going to be a loser and never achieve almost anything? And I'm not saying that she's that right now, but I can be for sure that she wouldn't be where she is now if it wasn't for him, right? She did go to college and did some things. But what's the use of doing that and taking that risk and then upgrading that person to all of this money and success when they were literally in the back of clubs on music videos with broke rappers getting their cheeks clapped for damn near a wet food stamp in the bag of Doritos?
Man, listen, for basically they didn't have to do nothing for like have her doing all types of, bro, you don't even want to imagine the crazy shit that she was doing, shorty. Like, my brother, they had her doing all types of shit.
Got him!
They got him.
It's your boy, Jackson, back at